Hello, train people. Don Butt here, back with another update on one of the projects that I've been doing. This one hasn't really been too much of a secret. People know that I've had a red battery box for a while now. And of course, to no one's surprise, it's for this. Now, that might be a little bit of surprise. Yeah, so this is assembled with just whatever pieces I had on hand that kind of fit, and some that didn't fit. Don't look too closely at a few things. But I wanted to get this built out, make sure I wasn't missing anything major, and make sure I wasn't super off. So I had to wait for this train plate because it's actually a 28, which is not typical. That's longer than normal. And they actually extend it on both sides. So this is almost, well, it is a full 32 long. I mean, this is a very long locomotive. And it's very thin as well, which is nice. It's actually kind of the appeal to it. It kind of gives it a more realistic look, other than obviously my creative liberties and missing pieces. So it's going to be a while before I get all the pieces color matched correctly. And I think I'm actually going to do the Robin Hood bricks version of it, where it's built up a little bit more, the stripes a bit thicker, it hides stuff a little bit better. And I also have the sticker kit coming in. And then obviously I will need to get the red windows, which I don't have. But I do have gray ones. As some of you may have seen in the Discord that you know I'm a member of. But yeah, this is what I came up with. Other than the fact there's a bunch of different color swaps and there's a few things missing. There's like a couple pieces that are supposed to be here. I have those on order. Some stuff I'm going to have to do in their order on, but again, it's just going to have to wait because I kind of just needed this to be in this state for before my upcoming project. I also needed something that could switch from both ends. Yeah, so this fits the bill nicely. Everything's working on it. Everything's great. I am just using a V1 motor, but that doesn't, or V1 infrared receiver, which I don't think matters all that much if I'm honest, because it's obviously still using the original AAA batteries. I do have future plans to figure out how to motorize and update this, but I'm still working on those plans. So it's going to be a little while. It would require some major surgery to some form of rechargeable battery pack, probably not an original Lego one. Unlike Robin Hood bricks, I don't feel like that's ultimately the most sustainable thing. Those original Lego battery packs are going to slowly tick away until they just die. And then you're going to have to replace the pouch cells in them. And while that's not a big deal for me, and I'm pretty sure Robin Hood bricks has the soldering skills to be able to do it. He's done some serious mods to stuff. Yeah, I just don't ultimately think that is the way that I would personally want to go. Especially whenever you consider you get pretty paltry power out of it, after all things considered. And I would want a way to be able to recharge it without ripping it to bits just to recharge it. So that's something I need to keep in mind in the future as I do order stuff for this. Maybe I'll order those extra pieces needed. But this is currently motorized. This is set up and ready to go. In fact, if I grab my controller, we should be able to. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So it's working fine, looking great. Actually, I'm kidding. It looks like shit, but you know, that's just the way it is. Got to work on it a little bit more here. I need to work on a fix for this. These keep tipping and spilling all the innards in. I could just empty them, but then that, yeah, I don't know. I kind of went through the detail already. And yes, I have that on the way. I don't know what happened to that slope, but it's just missing from my collection. No clue where it went, what happened to it. But yeah, this is what it is. Some liberties were taken with the colors, but otherwise, tell me what you guys think. Is this a good addition? I think it's a cool train to have just because of the red battery box. I have seen the inverse where it's gray and then swapped to where the stripe is red and stuff. And I don't know how people got red kind of top on certain things. Like they had a battery box that had a red top. Not sure how they did that. I suspect maybe there is some Chinese seller selling a power functions box with a red top at some point. I've seen all kinds of color swaps, including white and blue, which is actually really cool. And how sweet would it be to do the light blue, the azure, whatever it's called? How cool would it be to swap a Maersk over to that color scheme and convert it to power functions for the power functions guys? I think that'd be cool. Obviously, my ultimate goal is eventually, when funding gets a little bit better, to move everything over to Keybrick One modded, powered up hubs. Is the eventual goal, and there's some more stuff that ties into that, and that's kind of like future stuff. But otherwise, other projects are in the works. Get some orders in, and otherwise, you guys have a good day. And I'm gonna mess around with my new train. Have a good one.